So, hello and welcome. I believe that the commentator is live, but I'm not 100% sure. By the way, qualifying here for the Sunday VD Racing League Sunday tier round 3 in Marina Bay, Singapore is beginning. You can see at the moment, or I think perhaps not anymore, you could see the standings of the race. For the championships. Limitless is on top. He's present here. He has 45 points. Now, second is Classy with 40. Sorry, I think Classy is first. Yeah, Classy is first, 45 points. Limitless is, I think, second. Yeah. So Classy has 45 points. Limitless is second with 41 points. Classy is not here, so Limitless will have a great opportunity taking the lead. In the lead in the championship from the number 1 driver, Classy. They're being followed by Damian. He has 20 points, so less than half of those two. So I believe that they will most likely not be having any chance at trying to overtake them in the standings today. On the way here, we now have Finishing Hard, the first driver, coming out of the pit lane to start qualifying. Well, start this outlap rather. For today's race, he's the first one out of the pits. Now, we only have 9 drivers today on the grid. However, I believe a 10th driver will be joining us for the race session. I believe that is Frietsaus and Dylan Cornings seems to be out of the session already, which is a shame, to say the least. Damian is here, okay, that's very good, so he will at least be able to improve his 3rd place standing. Limitless won last week's race in Spielberg. Okay, Dylan has a qualifying ban. Okay, that's good. So, yeah, so just like Frietsaus is banned for the qualifying actually. So there was a bit of a debacle. I wonder how I should put it. There was some controversy about the Friday race. Let's just say that we had some discussion in the Discord about it. Well, yeah, the racing was not super clean. Let's just say it like that, as it is. However, Finishing Hard has just begun his qualifying lap. But speaking about the race yesterday, there was a lot of crashing due to people not leaving space. A lot of penalty points were handed out. You can go watch the replay of that race. I think there might be even highlights for that race. Or maybe not. Well, at least you can watch the replay of the whole race from this channel. But Dylan Cornings and Frietsaus were both handed out qualifying bans due to their, well, not bad conduct, but by the way, they're let's say misdemeanors during the race. But it's not too serious, and of course this is a very hard track for drivers. It's narrow. It's very narrow, so there was, as I said before last week's or yesterday's race, that there would be some crashing involved, and of course that turned out to be right. Safety car was brought out, I think 3 times. But what was surprising is that people, I don't know, seem to have some sort of incapability of leaving space. And I'm not gonna single out any driver. Drivers were banned from qualifying. Finishing hard finishes now the first qualifying lap, 1:32 almost exactly. But yeah, as I was saying, a lot of drivers weren't leaving enough space. Enough talking about the race on Friday. It is what it is, but hopefully the drivers have learned their lesson and will be giving a little bit more space and will be having cleaner racer today. Now, 5 drivers have set lap times. Kevin Van Dijk is first now, lap time of 1:31.3. Very nice lap time. Toro is second, 1:31.4, and then there's a half a second gap to Arnfoser finishing hard, and Fiortia is quite a bit slower. Now Damian breaks Kevin Van Dijk's lead. On both with Limitless, however. Limitless was the winner of last week, so we're gonna be seeing if he can also be fast today in qualifying and then perhaps go on to win the race today as well. Damian, I guess, would be the driver to beat for him. Damian was really fast, 1:30.6. That's a very good lap time. So we'll see if Limitless can beat that. Yeah, as I said, Classy is not here. I'm not sure if Classy will be racing today. I can't frankly recall all the penalties that were handed out. Limitless beats that time. It sets a time of 1:30.2. That's a good time. That is a good time. I have nothing more to say about that. Jix, a fast driver. No, his fastest 1 races before, and he might do so. Oh, but he's gone wide there on his outlap. That might have put some strain on his tires. It's locked up, I should say. So perhaps he won't be having such a great lap right now, but he is the last driver on the outlap. Oh, and he's gonna set up, or probably set some kind of a time, by the way. He'll be the last driver to do so. So only 8 people qualifying or partaking in this qualifying today. But more people will join in for the actual race session. Yeah, so Dylan Konings will join the race. Great worry, and so will Frietzaus. Frietzaus is 11th on the list. I guess I shall give you a quick rundown of the standings for the race. Sorry, for the championship. So Classy is first, 45 points. Limitless second with 40. Classy has 45 points. Limitless has 41. Damian is third with 20. Then Vade, finishing hard, Arnfoser, Jix, Kevin Van Dijk, Fiortia, Totix, and Fried. 11 drivers have set up or gained points. And in case you're interested, the constructor standings are as follows. Ferrari is first with 63, then Mercedes with 60, Red Bull with 28. So Ferrari and Mercedes are the 2 best ones. And then the others are Alfa Romeo, then Alfa Tauri, Williams, and McLaren. And the remaining teams have not been able to gain any points yet. Of course, today is another race and another opportunity for teams and drivers who haven't yet to score points to do so today. As I say that, I'm both with Jix now. As I said, he's a fast driver. I've seen him race a lot. See if he's able to set a good time today. I'm wondering if you watched the race, actual Formula 1 race today. It was an interesting race compared to that what is usually being the season. At least the Red Bulls didn't win. For a change. Yeah, Jig set a lap. Oh, sorry, he didn't set a lap time because he went to pit instead. I'm guessing his tires were worn out slightly. or perhaps his lap time was invalidated. By the way, we're knowing about this Floyd, yeah, who is last at the moment. Well, not last as Jigs hasn't set a time yet, but last of those who have set times. He's a second slower, over a second actually, finishing Hart, who is before him. So we'll see if he's able to improve on this lap. Currently on sector 1. Yeah, but about today's race, it was an interesting race. Last few laps, okay, yeah, it's a massive improvement over a second. But yeah, the last few laps were very, very nice. However, you know, of course, Norris not really letting the Mercedes by, and then Russell crashing, you know. No real challenge on Sainz. Lloyd, you know, was wide actually, yeah, that might hurt his lap. Floyd sets a lap time, but it's only a slight improvement over his past time. Actually, it's not a slight improvement, it's a big improvement, but it's not enough to beat anyone. On both his finishing hard, he didn't quite catch his sector 1 time, but sorry, sector 2 time, but he's now in sector 3, so we'll see at the end how his lap looks. Second to last. Oh, he actually goes for the pit lane. Now one for Ser. Fifth. Let's see what kind of lap times he's able to procure. He's around half a second behind Toro, who's fourth. So we will need to improve quite a bit. Yeah, that's a pretty good improvement. So if he's able to keep up this kind of pace, he'll be on track to outpace Toro, but we'll see. Improved by 0.176. Pretty good. Damian's just set the fastest lap of the race session, moving him to number 1 instead of Limitless. Yeah, what's his time like? Having a bit of connection issues here, but 129.87. So that's a very fast time, especially considering that Limitless is almost half a second slower than that, so good for Damian, good for Damian. If he's able to beat Limitless today, I mean, it's not exactly close, we can't say that. He's third, but Limitless is 41 points and Damian is 20, so it's not that close. How about his Jigs? See about his time. He hasn't set a time yet, and now he does, and he immediately goes for the number 1 time. Gets the top time here. It's a 1:29.75. 1:29 and 3/4 of a second. And I'll remind you at this point that there's only one qualifying session, so there won't be a Q2 or Q3. The race will start immediately after Q1. Both Toro here is 5th. See if he's able to improve a little bit. If he makes up around 3/10, be able to get past Kevin Van Dijk. See about the sector 2 time. caution now on sector 1, but luckily no need to hold the race session. Yeah, Toro is not faster, so it's no worry for Kevin Van Dijk or Limitless. On both with Jigs, I think he's gonna pit now, but we'll see. He might also just set another lap time. How is pitting? Fritzlaus now, as you can see, has joined the session, so it's very nice. He won't be able to qualify, set a qualifying time, so he and Dylan Konings will be the back markers today's race, or at least for the start. We'll see. Probably going to overtake some people, at least Fritzlaus is. I'm confident in him. He had a good race on Friday, but there were some incidents involving him as well, so he was banned for this qualifying session. Despite that, he packed some good speed, so see if he's able to work his way up from there. But with finishing hard now, he's on sector 1, he's just started his last lap. See if he's able to improve a little bit. Again, still he's got about half a second line for Ser. And that's not better than the lap time he had previously, so I don't think it's gonna be happening now. So Q1 slowly coming to a close, 2 minutes left. Jigs, Damian and Limitless have the lead on this qualifying session. Jigs and Limitless are on their out laps, and as I say that, Damian is as well. So we'll see if there's gonna be some push from Limitless or Damian for first place or pole position in the qualifying. Finishing hard now, coming nearer and nearer the end of this lap. We'll see what his lap time is. I wasn't able to catch his sector 2 speed, but we'll see the final result out of the way. Coming into the final corner here, Marina Bay. Let's see. It's an improvement, and it's such a big improvement that he's able to go 6th. I didn't think he could do that after his failure to get anything too impressive in sector 1, but he makes up for it in sectors 2 and 3. Now on both is Limitless. When Voigt has crashed out of the session, Voigt has crashed, so he's not able to improve his 8th place. But on both is Limitless now. See if he's able to get a good lap time this time. Better lap time this time. He had a good lap time previously. I mean, I don't know if you saw that, but he had I'm not sure if that was a mistake or not. Maybe that is the optimal line, as it just improved the sector 1 time. So it very likely is. Ooh, he slides out there. That's bad. That's bad. Yeah. So I think he's now lost his chance to improve his time. But I'm saying, yeah, sector 2 time, not an improvement. Would need to make up 3/10 of a second in one sector to beat even Damian. So I don't think it's gonna happen, unfortunately for him. But he will finish third or start the race third, which is of course a pretty good starting place. Yeah, no improvement there. And no improvement for Damian, evidently. Jigs. Improvement for Jigs. Kevin Van Dijk might improve here, but I don't think it's gonna be enough to catch Limitless. It's improving, but nothing that good cash finish. Damien is out of the session. Perhaps he crashed, but it doesn't matter. Time has run out anyway. Dake now coming into the final corner. I think he'll be the last driver to finish qualifying here. Yep, he does. No improvement. Still fourth. There was an improvement, but not enough to overtake Limitless. Here you can see the standings. So we have 5 Dutchmen now. How do I put this? 5 Dutchmen of the 5 leaders. So Dutch dominating this series. Jix will start first, then Damien, Limitless, Kevin van Dijk, finishing art, Toro, Einfoser, Floitjev, Dylan Konings, and Frietsaus. Limitless, as I said, is at the moment not leading, but is second. Likely gonna lead if he's able to finish at least today. Or finish in at least somewhat of good of a position, he'll overtake Lassie, who's not here today. Damian is third, but he has 21 points less than Limitless, so don't think he's gonna be able to overtake him today. Jix, I can't recall how many points Jix has. Let me just quickly check. Jix is 7th with 18 points, so if Jix has a good race today, might overtake a lot of people, yeah. Damian is at 20 points, Vode at 19, Finishing Heart 18, Einfoser 18, and Jix 18, so there's a lot of drivers. A very, very small sector. So if at least Jix is gonna able to, if Jix wins here, gonna overtake 1, 2, 3, 4 people. So yeah, there's a tough, big battle for third place position in the standings. We're now waiting for the race session to begin. There will be no formation lap. And drivers racing today. Here we go now. Let's see about the race start. And we are off. No. This is the formation lap, yeah. So, it's a bit strange, because on Friday we didn't have a formation lap and now we do, so yeah, I'm being briefed here. There will be, yeah, okay, Sunday has a formation lap, sorry, that's on me. Sunday has a formation lap, but Friday doesn't. To remind me as well, yeah. I have 2 tiers in the race, one has a formation lap and one doesn't. I'm, you know, when anything's a bit more complex, you lose me right away. But anyway, formation lap it is, so race order here for the start. Jix, Damian, Limitless, Kevin van Dijk, Finishing Art, Toro, Einfoser, Floitje, Dylan Konings and Frietsaus. Sunday as the formation lap. So, going to be very interesting to see what happens in the actual race session. So looking at the standings here, the drivers that are from 3 to 7 are Damian, who is here, he's starting second. Bode, who's not here today. Finishing Hard, who is here, starting 5th. 18 points, where Damian has 20. Einfoser, who is here, he's starting 7th. Then Jix, who is here, and he's starting in pole. So those are those, as I would say it, drivers are close for P3. Now, Limitless, Damian, Jix, Finishing Art, and Einfoser, those 4 are all within 2 points of one another, competing for 3rd, so we'll see how today's race here in Marina Bay will all do that. Now, by the way, drivers forming into their grid positions for the start. X has rolled up into his starting place. Now Damian going up to his. Limitless rolled up to 3rd place. Kevin Van Dijk is ready. Finishing Art is ready at his place right now. Toro is ready. Anfaser ready. Floytier ready. Dylan Konings ready. And Frietza's ready. And the race is about to begin. It's lights out and away we go. So let's see here. The Ferrari Finishing Art immediately makes an overtake on Limitless. And Kevin Van Dijk, however, Limitless is able to take that back right there. Limitless goes for a move on Jix. Will he make it stick, however? Yes, he is, and Jix actually hits the wall. Jix, who started first, has had a very bad, very rough start, and he's gone all the way back to 5th with that. Hopefully his front wing isn't torn, and now there's a collision there that took place. Let's see what happened. I have my replay there. I didn't quite catch who they were. I think they were the Haas. Not the Haas, but and the I don't know if the Alfa Romeo is involved with that. Anfaser. Either way, Jix had a rough start, but he's now 4th. Frietz also had an amazing start, worked his way from last to 5th. And Finishing Artist also had a rough start. Yeah, Finishing Artist crashed at some point, 4 seconds behind the rest. It wasn't a huge crash. Either way, we have now the top 3 drivers, Damian, Limitless, and Kevin Van Dijk, who are formed sort of a gap on Jix. However, Jix is I think he's catching up a little bit there. Yeah. So I always think of it as 1 second and then there's a gap, because that's when you don't get DRS. Jix, however, catches up to the lead back now. Limitless makes an overtake on Damian. Let's see if he can do it. Going on the outside onto that turn. I think they touch a little bit. However, Limitless will make the overtake. And he's now in a prime position to get the victory here today. With that, move into 1st in the standings. He's 4 points behind standings leader Classy, who's not racing today. On board with Jix now. Jix, I don't think he endured that much damage because it's really fast now. Behind Kevin Van Dijk there, we'll see if he's gonna move for an overtake at some point. Kevin Van Dijk, however... Oh, and there's I completely missed that. Damian has left a huge wide gap on Limitless. And as I say that, Jix is trying to pass Kevin Van Dijk. However, he cancels that move at the last moment. Yeah, Damian is loose. Oh, what's that there? It's the Haas, Toro. Gonna be wide. Dylan Konings is having big issues. Yeah, Damian has lost Limitless there. Yeah, 1.5 second gap now. Damian's completely losing Limitless. I don't know why or how. They were really close. Now they're sort of far back again. So Limitless is at the moment running away with the victory. Oh, and there's a crash! Jix crashes into the Red Bull! That's Jix and Kevin Van Dijk, they're potentially out! No, Kevin Van Dijk resumes the race. Let's see if Jix can also get back in. The out! Jix, yeah, he's able to recover, get back in the race at least, but that's a massive time loss. I think Jix locked up there and hit into Kevin Van Dijk, and that's caused the collision there. Either way, now huge gaps forming. We have Limitless and then a 1.5 second gap to Damian, and then another 1.2 second gap to Frietzaus. Frietzaus has having an amazing race. He's moved up from P10 to P3. Kevin Van Dijk, with that crash that he just endured, he's now 4th and a 2.5 second gap. And he's leading the main pack here. I don't know if you can count that as a main pack, because Toro has just fallen from it, but he's at least sort of having a pair with Floytier. And then there's a gap, then there's another pair, it's Toro and Anfaser. Toro is sort of able to keep up with Floytier, but not really, yeah. And Floytier is having issues at keeping up with Kevin Van Dijk. So on board with Anfaser here, he's one of those drivers who is competing for 3rd place. However, with Damian 2nd, he's gonna have a hard time at trying to catch that. So moment 7th, hunting Toro. See if he makes a move. I'm not sure if DRS is enabled yet. I think it should be, yeah, because we're on lap 3 already. DRS sectors. There's the main straight. Like, oh, but there he's making a move there on now the Toro. I think Toro ran a bit wide there on the turn. Yeah, he slid after that turn and then goes wide. And that means he's lost his position. Damian scored up to limitless. Dylan Cornish and Jigs have pitted. Damian scored up to limitless. And I think the stream has crashed. Has it? No. Yeah, I think we're back now. It's crashed for a little bit there, but that's fine, that's fine. Damian caught up there for a moment to limitless, but right now he's once again back. And what is this? No, that's limitless right there. I don't know what the interval times are not working right now, but yeah, they're dysfunctional. That's a shame. That's a big shame. Ooh, are they gonna touch? Yeah, Damian is suddenly way faster than limitless. Don't know what's causing that. Maybe it's the medium tires. They can't be getting that old yet. We're only 3 laps in. 31 laps in this race. Damian is eyeing up for a pass on limitless, I think. Although I'm so disappointed at the interval times failing, because those are always nice to look at. So you can know who has DRS and who doesn't. Damian, however, eyeing up a pass on limitless maybe here for the race lead. Coming into the home straight now. Let's see here, goes for the outside. He's going for the pass here into turn 1. Let's see if he makes it stick. No, he can't make it right there. Frietzaus with that. Moves. Losing a commentator box is losing the camera, but we're back now. I think having a little bit of issues here. Whether Frietzaus is caught up nicely to the 2 leaders, and now Damian goes for the overtake. The interval has been fixed there. Damian gets the overtake. He's race leader now. 3rd in the standings and now leading the race. Limitless right behind him. Fourth is hunting the leaders. Limitless looks like he's quite a bit slower actually than Damian here. So perhaps he's I think he's gonna be able to keep up. I'm quite confident he is with DRS at least. Frietzaus, however, eyeing up on limitless a little. However, with equal DRS it's gonna be hard for him to overtake. Jigs back there, passes Dylan Konings. Jigs started the race from pole position, but after an unfortunate lock-up and a crash into Kevin van Dijk, he's fallen to last place and he had to pit there. Frietzaus, however, he's quite a bit faster there than Limitless, so he's gonna wanna make a pass at some point. However, Limitless gets DRS too, and actually I think Limitless here is trying to get the race lead back here on the first big straight, and now Frietzaus is also going for Damian there, and Frietzaus goes for Limitless as well. What a double overtake there by Frietzaus. He's able to overtake both Limitless and Damian. However, Limitless goes for the switchback, but he's not able to make it. I think they touch a little bit. Excellent racing for Damian. Damian is having the race of a lifetime. He's first from last. He's pulled Hamilton. I think Hamilton's done that. I can't remember when or where, but I'm pretty sure it's happened. Six is the fastest lap of the race session, but we don't care about him right now. Our hero here today, Frietzaus. What a move by him. Double overtake on Damian and Limitless. You're gonna wanna see that again. A lovely, lovely maneuver. Limitless went for the overtake on Damian, was leading the race, and then Frietzaus was collected all of the speed he had. Blew by both of them. Excellent racing there by Frietzaus and Limitless. Damian also still doing quite well behind the leaders, or behind the two leaders, still in the lead pack, you can say. they're forming a bit of a gap behind them, as Kevin Van Dijk is not quite able to keep up. He's losing time. However, it seems that with DRS, Frietzaus is, or without DRS, sorry, Frietzaus isn't able to quite be any or how would I put this? He's not able to lose the others. Floyd is now 7th. Also had a rough start, I believe. Yeah, Limitless is also at some point, maybe he wants to make an overtake for the race lead. So we have 3 people at the moment in the lead. Frietzaus is 11th in the standings. He scored 2 points. So he's going to want to probably win today so that he can move up quite a bit. On board with Limitless now, and he's had a bad corner there. He's lost a lot of time there to Frietzaus, but he's still, I think, on the DRS here. So he was able to make some of that back. However, Frietzaus maybe gonna lose them here. Let's see. Somebody's crashed onto... Who's that there? That's a Haas. That's Toro who's crashed. Sector 2 there. In that corner. Caution. He's able to recover, so there won't be a safety car, I don't think. Limitless is officially a second behind Frietzaus, so I think Frietzaus might be able to form a gap here and run away with the lead. Interesting to see. However, I'm expecting a safety car to, at some point, take place, because we had 3 of them, as I said, on Friday. So perhaps I'm quite confident that we'll have some today as well. However, as I said, also hoping that the leader or the racers have learned something from the Friday race and are probably gonna give each other a little bit more space now. However, this racetrack is very narrow, and once drivers really start to try and push, and they might nudge into a wall, as we saw today with George Russell, the actual race here in Singapore. Another little issue there with the stream, but it's fine. Limitless has made a pass on Damian. X is being handed a time penalty. That's 3 seconds for track limit violations. Yeah. Damian was just passed by Limitless, but I think Damian is gonna want to try and overtake him back there for P2. Aha, and rain has been predicted, I'm hearing from the officials, so we'll see how that impacts the race. Rain in Singapore, is that common? I can't recall now. But either way, it might happen here. Damian is still driving close by Limitless, and they're battling it fiercely for the number 2. Oh, what's that? Damian has spun! He spun on that turn there, and he's lost Limitless. That's yellow. It's a yellow flag, but Damian is able to recover. However, that's a major incident. It's not an incident really, it's just a spin, but that means Damian has lost. It's gonna be wide there also. Damian has lost Limitless. There's a 7-second gap now, but however, Kevin Van Dijk is still quite a bit slower, though. He probably will not be catching up quite yet. However, as I say that, he's driving a bit faster. Rain has been predicted, so we'll see when that comes. We haven't seen rain actually in this series, or at least in this season yet. But perhaps we'll see some today for the first time. I was saying that I can't remember if rain is too common here in Singapore, Marina Bay. I think it... not sure. But not speaking of Bahrain or Saudi Arabia here. So, it could happen. On board with Damian now. It seems that He's now again forming a bigger gap behind Kevin himself to Kevin Monday. Finishing hard now is catching up to Floyd, yeah? I think finishing hard at a rough start, so Rush been handed the time penalty, but finishing hard at a rough start, so he's fallen back quite a bit. I can't remember if that's the case, and I think that did go down. I'm not sure. So much happens always in these races that I lose the track of it a little bit. Hopefully we can see a little bit of finishing hard, trying to perhaps overtake Floyd here, as yeah, there's with Damian spinning out, there's a bit of gap forming. Or gap has formed in all the other sectors. Oh, Toro has just crashed out of the session, and it's a safety car with that. So let's see now. That's a massive thing. What happened to Toro? There he is. Toro is parked on the track, and it's gonna be a safety car. Not sure what happened. Dylan Koenig is pitting, and rain has begun, so I think they're gonna pit for intermediates here. Oh, that's huge. That's huge. I think all the drivers are gonna get a free intermediate pit here, provided that everything goes as planned. Dylan Koenig here pulling up to the pit lane. Yup, we have the green intermediate tires being put on, and a new front wing as well for him. Frietzaus here coming up to the main straight. Yeah, and he's pitting. Yep, I think they're all gonna pit now. So I'm a bit disappointed actually, as the safety car perfectly aligned with the rain, so we're not getting any you know, funny and interesting shenanigans with that, unless somebody crashes into the pit lane like happened on Friday, you know. Hopefully, but I think everybody is now cleanly pulling into the pit lane to get the tires switched. Hicks didn't pit, but I think he's gonna pit now. Oh, what is that? Yeah, the track is getting really wet, so they're losing a lot of grip. Chicks hasn't pitted. Yeah, I think that's just because he's the last one to pit. Yeah, he didn't go past the pit lane. And he's just spun there on the pit lane entry, but luckily he hasn't hit anything, so I know he's at the moment 8th with quite a big gap on Dylan Koenig, so it doesn't really matter. However, the first driver is pulling up behind the safety car. And with that makes me very happy. Now Limitless Damian and all the others are gonna be able to catch up with that to Frietzaus, so oh, Dylan Koenig there almost spins out. Yeah, I'm wondering how the rain will impact the racing here. I've never actually commentated a race while rain, so I'm interested to see now. Is that gonna bring out some mistakes from the drivers? And Damian has crashed during the safety car! That's huge! That is huge! I'm wondering what happened. Yeah, this is what I mean. Oh, and I think I saw the Toro there. Or not Toro, but somebody go wide. Yeah, people really need to watch out during the safety car even. The racing here is gonna be rough. But we'll see. Yeah, finishing hard there, even having issues going into that turn. Oh dear. Oh, there Dylan Koenig goes wide on that turn. And it's the safety car, so I'm wondering what's gonna happen during the actual race. Damian, who's third, has crashed out, so he won't be gaining any points today, which means that he's effectively out of the third place battle in the standings. Dylan Koenig again having issues there on the exit of that turn. However, you know, just drive it carefully here. It's a safety car after all. It's unfortunate there what happened with Damian. Yeah, most of the grid has now pulled up behind the safety car. We're still waiting for some drivers. They're finishing out Jigs and Dylan Konings. Jigs and Dylan Konings are gonna be very happy with the fact that the safety car is here. And Jigs, as I say, Jigs gets out of the race. Oh, that's really bad. Now it's just 7 drivers. Jigs is out. Yeah, drivers, now it's just a battle for survival, I think. Really gotta watch out here. Dylan, yeah. Dang, Dylan Konings is the only driver who we're waiting for in the safety car, and I think he's having a little bit of issues even to be as fast as the safety car on the wet race here. Unfortunate there what's gone on with Jigs, but I don't know what to tell you. Of course, racing during rain is tough. I'm happy that at least here in the virtual world, every time it rains we don't immediately shut down the race. I'm wondering here if how much rain there is on the track. Safety car in this lap, so yeah, we're not even gonna get a chance for Dylan Konings to catch up. We're waiting for the race restart here. At least we don't cancel the race every time there's rain. Like in the real world. I'm very happy about that too. So now, yeah, Frietzaus is about to resume the race. They're heading into the final turn of the racetrack. And there we go, green flag. Dylan Konings being handed the time penalty. Green flag there. Frietzaus has resumed the race, and it seems like no overtakes there at the moment. We'll really see now, as the race has resumed, how the drivers are gonna do here. Limitless close behind Frietzaus. It's really about who can master the driving here on the wet track. See, and there's a 1 second gap that's formed behind Limitless, so that's Einfoser who's lost second on him. And then, but it's not DRS, so it's really arbitrary here to say what the true important gap is. But I'm still gonna stick to that 1 second rule. Limitless and oh, there's a big crash there. I think, yeah, that's Floyd, yeah, who's crashed out. Well, he's not crashed out, but he's spun out, and that's caused him to be. Oh, and there we have it. Kevin Van Dijk is having issues. He's letting a lot of drivers by. He's now 6th. I'm wondering what happened there, but perhaps Kevin Van Dijk spun Floyd, yeah, and he's apologizing to him by doing that. Limitless is actually also having issues at trying to keep up with Frietzaus. So I'm guessing Frietzaus here is a bit of the master of the rain. There's big gaps that are already formed. Big gaps have already formed here in the race. We're on lap 13. Quite a while to go, but it's raining, so that's gonna make it really interesting. Who's gonna have the most success? The racetrack here. The rain. Dylan Konings has spun there on that turn, but he's lost, and by a wide margin, so that doesn't really matter. Yeah, he hasn't lost too badly there, but Van Dijk is pitting. Pitting for what? What is he pitting for? New intermediates. Interesting. Perhaps he endured some damage from that, but not sure. Either way, with that move, he's lost. He's even behind Konings here. But perhaps he's gonna be able to make up. Kevin Van Dijk now pulls out of the pit lane. It's an 18-second gap to Dylan. Interesting to see if he's gonna be able to make that during the race. I think he's a bit of a faster driver than Dylan is, so Limitless a bit wide on that turn as well. He loses quite a bit of time. So really now, at this point, The drivers are being more careful, and they're letting bigger gaps. Limitless again has big issues with that turn. He's losing more and more time there to Frietzaus, so yeah. But really it's about if you can maintain some sort of speed while not crashing. Limitless goes a bit wide on that turn. I think Frietzaus had some mistake there because he caught up a little bit. Caution now in sector 3, what's that? What's happened there? I think Frietzaus went wide again. Yeah, Frietzaus went wide, so that's allowed Limitless to catch up. Fliote has been added a time penalty. So that's allowed Limitless to catch up to him there. We'll see if that allows Limitless to go for an overtake at some point. However, there's no DRS while we have rain, so gonna have to work around that. I'm guessing that the rain is not that bad since everybody's still on intermediates. Yeah. Limitless, yeah, he's not really able to keep up there with Frietzaus. Maybe it's hard to say, and it's really about which one of them makes a mistake. Really, yeah, about that. There is no DRS, it's always, you know, it's a street circuit, and on top of that there's rain, so really hard for them to overtake. However, Frietzaus has just made a mistake, that's allowed Limitless to catch up right behind him. Maybe that's just that turn being very slow. By the way, I think Limitless might want to pass him at some point. I'm wondering what the situation with the rain is. Finishing hard is catching up quite a bit to Einfuser. There's a bigger gap there, I think, but $20, but yeah. Limitless still, yeah, I think Limitless doesn't really want to go for the overtake, it just wants to stay behind Frietzaus. Perhaps he's hoping that the rain will end at some point, so that he can, you know, perhaps stay behind him for the good position, and then not. They both go wide on that turn there, but yeah, stay behind him to have a good position, and then wait for the rain to end so that they can. He can perhaps. And Finishing Art is. I think Einfuser has crashed, which has allowed Finishing Art to pass him. Yep, I'm pretty sure that's what happened there. Finishing Art has been fast here during the rain, so we'll see if he's maybe even able to catch up slightly to Limitless and Frietzaus. But it'll be interesting to see here. All of them are on intermediate tires. Kevin Van Dijk, however, has a bit of fresher tires, so speaking of Kevin Van Dijk, he's caught up there to Dylan Konings. He's a lot faster than him, so he's gonna overtake him gonna want to overtake him at some point. And as I've said, it is raining out here, so we'll see if he's able to make that clean. He would be the first to overtake during the rain. He's going for it now. No, not now. He's gonna go for it at some point, I think. Yeah, it looks like Dylan Konings is having issues at basically every turn. At least it looks like that from this camera. Okay, now on the home straight. Dylan Konings is spinning! And that means that Kevin after this final turn of the racetrack. Oh, what's that? Is he on in the wall now? Who's he? Is he? Yeah, he's gone straight off. We had an issue in the commentator box, so I wasn't able to quite catch that. And it's safety car because of it. So now it's gonna be interesting to see if the drivers will pit for something. It's also slowed down completely. I think that's smart. We're having safety car now. Dylan Konings is out. He was passed by Kevin Van Dijk, and now Frietsos really wants to take it slow here, I think, and that's smart. That's smart. Jigs, Damian both crashed during the safety car actually, so you'd really want to take no risks doing that. And nobody can pass you, so yeah, you might as well. See if Frietsos pits here. No, he will not pit. It's somebody pitting. Yeah, Limitless is pitting, so we'll see what he pits for. Is he perhaps even gonna pit for wet compound tires? Finishing Hard also pitting. Einfuser also pitting. Then what about Floyty though? Yeah, Fritz. Oh yeah, Limitless gets the wet compound. So I think the rain is that hard really. We'll see how that impacts the race going forward. Finishing Hard swaps for new intermediates, so really we're looking at differing strategies here. We see if Limitless benefits or is hurt from that. Floyty doesn't pit. Even Van Dijk, I don't think he pitted. Although he's still around 50 seconds behind the rest of the field, so we'll have to see. Yeah, he's pitting. I'm not sure if that's the right choice. To see how of water there is on the track. Those two got new intermediates and two got new wets. So interesting things happening here. Having a bit of network issues here at the commentator box, so I'm not sure how much of that went through, but by the way, 4 cars pitted during the safety car, 2 got intermediates and 2 got wets. So, different strategies here, that's interesting, that's really interesting. We're gonna see then how that impacts the race for those who picked different compounds. What is faster and what is not. Limitless now is caught up to the Frietsos and the safety car, being followed by Floyd, yeah? See how long the safety car goes on and how many drivers are gonna catch up. I don't think it's gonna go long enough for Kevin Van Dijk to catch up. We'll see. Floyd has caught up now to the safety car. So we're now Finishing Hard is next. The safety to catch, or is going to be next to catch up to the safety car. You can see him there making that turn. Yeah, the rain looks heavy from this camera angle. Finishing Hard catches up to the queue. Enforcer. Also caught up. Kevin Van Dijk is now the only one, but he's not gonna catch up in a while, so we have basically 5 cars here behind the safety car. We're gonna compete for the lead. Of those, Limitless is second in the standings with 41 points, and he's followed by Damian in the standings, but Damian's out. He's not gonna be able to compete. There's basically what cars were they again that are competing for 3rd place? They are finishing hard Anfoser. Yeah, and Anfoser as I think Damin and Jigs were competing for the third place and now they're out. So it's finishing hard and Anfoser who are close to one another going for third place. I think they're both at 18 points, but I'm not sure. Safety car in this lap, so we're not gonna wait for Kevin Van Dijk here, and Frietsos will once again be the one to resume the race. And now, as you can see, he's on the 8 lap old intermediates, while Limitless was behind him. He's on the 1 lap old wets. And I'm interested to see how this differing strategy is gonna impact the race. And now into the last turn, and the race is resuming here. Green flag, green flag. Limitless gets a really good start there. I think he's gonna go for the overtake immediately into turn 1. He goes for the outside, but then makes a switch back into the inside. Now let's see here. There was a lot of crashing this turn specifically, but now Lami and Frietsos is giving him space, and Limitless with that, is he gonna make the pass into turn or into the first big straight? Yes, he is. Oh, and what's that? We have Floyty who spun. Anfoser crashed into him. Oh, sorry, Finishing Hard crashed into him. That means that Finishing Hard is now 4th with Anfoser being 3rd. Floyty has been handed a 5-second time penalty for that, but has been able to recover. So, yeah. And with that, there's now a gap formed behind Limitless and Frietsos. We'll see if Frietsos is able to keep behind Limitless here. Got those intermediates instead of the wets. We'll see how that impacts the racing here. Yeah, I think Frietsos is he's having definitely issues at keeping up with Limitless. Yeah, I think Limitless made the right choice. And that's Floyty again having issues, and he can't even get started here. That means Kevin Van Dijk has passed him. However, Floyty just needs to finish the race to get actually quite a bit of points. He'll be 6th. Who's that? Finishing Hard now is having issues. Floyty looks like he'll just locked up there. So the intermediates look like they're really bad. Yeah, Frietsos has lost 2 seconds already to Limitless. So the intermediates seem like they're not good at all here. So perhaps Frietsos is gonna have to pit at some point. And I think those drivers that pitted for fresh intermediates made a mistake. They should have pitted for wets, like Limitless and Kevin Van Dijk did. And Floyty, he's just cut the corner there. Oh, he's got the corner to go in the pits, and he's actually hit the pit lane wall there. I think he's gonna pit for those wet compounds, is he? Let's see here. But that's really decisive for what the meta is. What are those tires? They are blue tires. They're the wet compound tires. So basically, Limitless and Kevin Van Dijk out in the field right now have a massive advantage over the rest of the field with those new, fresh, wet tires. Terrain, yeah, it looks heavy, and it is heavy, so wet compound tires are the meta, they say, right now. However, Limitless is leading right now, but Kevin Van Dijk still got a bit of catching up to do. Finishing Hard. It's gonna be able to see if Kevin Van Dijk is actually gonna be able to perhaps repass the entire field here. We'll see. About it, Frietsos now, who's lost 4 seconds to Limitless since he was passed. And I think next safety car, whenever it comes, he's gonna want to pit, or if it comes. There's 10 laps now remaining in the race. Yeah, he's having big issues with those tires. Still not pitting, and yeah, I think that's smart. He doesn't want to pit right now. He's 2nd, and he was losing a lot of spots. I'm not sure. Is the rain like sort of letting go? Maybe. Hard to say. And it looks like Kevin... Okay, yeah, Kevin Van Dijk. Finishing hard, I think, has crashed there, which has allowed Kevin Van Dijk to go past. No, he's pitting, sorry. And he pits for fresh intermediates as Kevin Van Dijk runs wide. That's interesting. He pitted for fresh intermediates instead of the wets. So, really, what then is the meta here? What is the proper best set of tires today? Hard to say here from the commentator box. Finishing hard, but then why would he pit? Oh, I think perhaps maybe he endured some damage to the front wing. Tough to say, tough to say. Either way, Kevin Van Dijk now. Next one that he would overtake is Anfoser. But as I say that, I'm not even sure that he's faster anymore than him. So perhaps the intermediates are the better tires. And I'm being... Oh yeah, he had damage, okay, so that's why he pitted. But he pitted for intermediates, so that means... That makes me think that he's still... the intermediates are by now actually better. Kevin Van Dijk is not catching up at all to Anfoser, so yeah, I think my hypothesis, I might be correct, but hard to say, hard to say. Both of Kevin Van Dijk now, and he's losing time, more and more time to Anfoser, so yeah. Wets might be slower now. We'll see if Frietsos is perhaps at some point gonna start maybe even catching up to Limitless. Hard to say, hard to say. But maybe the rain does seem to be subsiding, but it's tough to judge that from this camera angle as Kevin Van Dijk just ran wide. And yeah, it does seem to me that Frietsos is catching up just a little bit to Limitless. Just 8.5 laps remaining. It's gonna be, yeah, Frietsos is by now definitely catching up to Limitless. So we'll see now what happens. It is a certainty, I'm certain of it now, the intermediates are the better tires. So we'll see if Limitless, is he gonna wanna pit at some point even? Really, it's interesting to see how it's gonna be with the pitting here. Or if there's gonna be pitting, Limitless, there's not that many laps left, so he might just try and, you know, stick with the wets. No, he's pitting right now. So yeah, definitely the rain has subsided quite a bit. Enough for Limitless to judge that is enough. Oh, and Frietsos is also pitting. Anfoser now has the lead with that. Frietsos and Limitless both pitting. And I think they're both going for fresh intermediates. This is gonna be a crucial pit stop. Let's see what happens. Limitless now. And there we have Anfoser, so they both, I think, pit for fresh intermediates. Yep, fresh intermediates for both of them. Now we have a caution at Sector 2 who's crashed there. Is it Floyd? Yeah, I'm not sure. Otherwise, it's not too major here. And it's gonna be a battle and a half, I think, there between Frietsos and Limitless. They both made the call there to pit for new intermediate tires. I mean, interesting to see. Wondering if perhaps Frietsos should have stayed out and ran with the... And I say that and Floyd goes wide, but I'm wondering if Frietsos should have stuck with the intermediate compounds tires. Floyd pitted there because he broke his front wing. And I think he made a mistake by pitting for or wet compounds. And another time penalty being handed to Floyd. Yeah, I think that's like his 5th time, or another speeding in the pit lane. Yeah, okay, he's being served served here by the stewards. And what's that now? Floyd is out. Floyd is out in Sector 1. Why? How? He was in the pits. Did he retire? Frietzel's now under the time penalty. Einfoser is 20 seconds ahead of Limitless. Yeah, that's because Limitless and Frietzel's both pitted. So I think Einfoser might be the one to win the race today. Out of nowhere, Einfoser was under the radar for most of the race. Right now, he's really fast. Frietzel seems to be faster than Limitless here, so he's probably gonna... overtake is gonna happen here now. Goes on the outside into turn 1. And yeah, I think they touch a little bit, but however, Frietzel makes it stick. So he's now second behind Einfoser. Einfoser, impressive job by him if he's gonna bring it home today. He flew completely under the radar, but with that pit stop from Frietzel and Limitless, this allowed him to get the first place here. I really don't know what happened to Floyd yet. Crashed while he was pitting, I think. Maybe he crashed in the pit lane. Either way, Limitless is not being slower here today than Frietzel's. And Frietzel's is quite a bit faster than Einfoser, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. There's only some 6.5 laps left. There's an 18-second gap. However, as I say that, the gap is winding down faster and faster. Not faster and faster, but it's winding down bit by bit. Kevin Van Dijk there has gone wide. I'm not sure if he's hit the wall, but other way he's dead last. I don't think he's gonna have a shot here at finishing ahead of Finishing Heart. Finishing Heart, more like finishing fourth. Well, either way, Frietzel has actually got a bit of a gap there behind Limitless now. So Limitless just seems like he's not the best at driving during the rain. Frietzel has had an amazing race. He started last, he's now second, and I tell you what, I said that he's not gonna have a shot at catching up to Einfoser, but the time is winding down really fast. It was 20 seconds a moment ago, and now it's 14. Not a lot of laps left, but if Frietzel is gonna be able to race cleanly, and at this pace, might just catch up to Einfoser. It would be a comeback and a half here. Kevin Van Dijk being handed a time penalty. Well, we don't need to think about that too hard. Kevin Van Dijk is 5th and 20 seconds back, and he's got the worst tires. Frietzel, he's looking fast. Yeah, I think Frietzel is gonna catch up to Einfoser likely if he keeps up this pace. Then it's gonna be an interesting battle for the lead. Regardless, there's only gonna be a few laps after the catch-up takes place. Still 5.5 laps left, so that's a lot of, still a big opportunity here for Frietzel to perhaps take the win away from Einfoser for himself. Regardless, Einfoser now pulling up to the final corner of lap 26. Starting the 5th last lap of the race. Frietzel now, the gap has wound down 10 seconds. And the gap to Limitless from Frietzel is wound up to 3. Limitless, I think, is out. He can't work. He can't really get the second place anymore. So it's all about if Frietzel can catch Einfoser for the victory. There's now a caution in Sector 2. That's Kevin Van Dijk. He's spun out. Hopefully he's able to recover. I think he is, but I was going to... Oh, he's going the right way, sorry. I thought he was going the wrong way for a second. Einfoser in the lead, but the gap has now wound down to 8 seconds. It's 8 seconds. Einfoser needs to pick up the pace, but it's gonna be hard. I know Frietzel is a faster driver, and Einfoser is on the older tires. Tough for him. 7 seconds now. Frietzaus is catching up quick. Catching up quick, yeah. English is hard. So Frietzaus is definitely gonna be able to catch up to Anfoser, but the question is then if he's able to pass him cleanly. Passing in the rain is always a tough job. Four laps remaining of the race. And 5.5 seconds between Frietzaus and Anfoser, and the gap is winding down faster and faster. Oh, but yeah, I've completely missed that. The race director has just pointed out that Frietzaus has a 3-second time penalty. So that's gonna be even more interesting, because if and when he catches up, and if he's able to make the pass, he needs to build a 3-second difference. Yeah, that good point there. Good point there, definitely. So he needs to actually make up 7 seconds here. Get the victory, and he's got 3.5 laps left, so it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be close, but if he's able to catch up and then make the pass very quickly, he's gonna be able to do it. Three seconds now separating the two drivers. It's going down fast, but then and yeah, I tell you what, if Frietzaus keeps up this pace, he's gonna have an easy time at getting that 3-second gap. However, the bigger question is the overtake gonna be clean? Is the overtake gonna be clean? It's Singapore and it's raining. So, to the combination of a street circuit like Marina Bay with rain, it doesn't make for easy passing, especially without any DRS. Yeah. And there we can now see Frietzaus' Anfoser within his crosshairs, going into the final turner now. Not the final turner, I meant the final corner now. Or on the front straight they are. Anfoser has been caught by Frietzaus, and now begins the battle for the pass. 3 laps remaining of the race. See now, Frietzaus, they're going into the first long straight. Goes for the inside on this corner. And on the straight, let's see who has the better straight speed. There it's close. Anfoser holds now the inside. For the outside, let's see if he tries to take it back. No, he's handed the position over. It's a very good and clean overtake from Frietzaus. And now it's all about if he can build that gap we needed. Anfoser has nothing to say about that, and he's now gonna start losing to him. And actually, yeah, there's only a 3-second gap to Limitless and Anfoser, so we'll see if Limitless also is able to catch up to him. By the way, yeah, the gap is now 1.3 seconds. So I think it's gonna be, no, at this point 1.9, yeah. It's gonna be Frietzaus who will get the victory. Time penalty won't matter, it's not enough. It's not enough for Anfoser to sustain the win here. Now it's more of a question on who finishes second, as Limitless is coming, and is coming fast. Catching up to Anfoser there. So, 2 laps remaining. The penultimate lap of the race has just begun. And there's a 2-second time difference. And now, actually, Frietzaus has crossed the 3-second threshold. So he's now a firm grip on the victory here today in Marina Bay. Now we're just following closely on who will take the second place. Limitless is trying as hard as he can catch up to Anfoser, but he wasn't able to catch up there in the last corners of the racetrack there on the third to last lap 29. So it's gonna be close if he's gonna able to do that on the 2 laps. Yeah, on the actually more like 1.5 laps that we have left here. Frietzaus is running away with the victory. there's a 4.5 second gap. That means basically 1.5 seconds to spare for Frietzaus. So if he doesn't make a mistake here, he will win today. And then Limitless. Limitless is now within a second of Anfoser. So Limitless is gonna make the pass here and he's gonna make it soon. Let's see if he goes for it in this corner. This is the... Well, it's more of like the 4th straight. DRS enabled. Rain is over. Is it? Yeah, rain is over, so DRS, and that I think is a gift to Limitless. That's gonna allow him to pass easier. Now it's gonna be a battle. And we also have the first lapping gonna take place pretty soon. Frietzaus is on Kevin Van Dijk. The last lap of the race has begun for Frietzaus and it's now also begun for Anfoser and Limitless. Now let's see, Limitless onto the first corner. He's going for the outside. And can he make it stick? Yes, he can. Anfoser can't do anything about that there. However, we'll see if Anfoser can perhaps try and stay behind Limitless, as he will have DRS. It's a final lap. If he's gonna make a move, he could do it on this. No, but the gap is just too wide, I'm not sure if he's got DRS even. He's almost out of ERS, so nothing that he can do there. Yup. We will have Frietzaus who will win the race. Limitless is gonna finish second. Anfoser will be third. Finishing out is gonna be fourth, and Kevin Van Dijk is gonna be fifth. So now I'm looking at the standings, how they will be affected. Frietzaus with the victory, he's gonna get 27 points, so that will put him in third. Limitless, this second place finish, I mean that he will finish or actually move up to first here, because Classy isn't racing today. Anfoser at P3, that's gonna be 15 points or how many? No, 12, I can never remember off the top of my head, so actually that means he will get to third place and Friet is gonna move to fourth instead. And then Kevin Van Dijk is also gonna finish here in fifth. I can't remember how many points. As I'm babbling about this here, Frietzaus has won the race. Very nice job from him today. Last to first, he's done a Lewis Hamilton here. Can't do anything but clap, and that's gonna place him in fourth or either fourth or fifth, depending on how many points Kevin Van Dijk gets. Let me actually figure that out real quick. No, it doesn't say here actually. I can't remember now. Well, either way, all the drivers finish except for Kevin Van Dijk, so race is almost over. Very good job. So Limitless with that second place finish moved to first, and with his victory today, Frietzaus is going to be fourth. The standings, or fifth. I cannot remember for the life of me how many points the fifth place finisher gets. However, as we're waiting for Kevin Van Dijk to finish the race as the last driver, I'm gonna thank everybody for watching today's stream. We will be having the Friday tier race, as the name suggests, on Friday at 7 PM Central European time. I'm hoping everybody will tune in for that. I'll just quickly update you on the standings for that race. That series we have Chicks leading, Kevin Van Dijk second and Damian third, within 8 points of one another, so tune in for that, I suggest. Frietzaus is the driver of the day. He definitely deserves that. He won the race, coming from last to first. I'm proud of him, very proud there. Very good job. Also clean racing from him today. None of those shenanigans that were taking place on Friday. So very nice, very good from him there. Representing, I believe, Japan. Gets the win today for McLaren. And moves with that to fourth place. or 5th. Other two drivers on the podium are Limitless and Einfosser. Limitless, with his second place, will move into top of the standings, overtaking Classy. Regardless, thank you for the race, for watching today's race, and I'll say quits from the commentary. Bye.